How's it going today, guys? Today I will be going over the Benelli M4 Gen 2 T Pro model and all the upgrades I put on it, some things I like and don't like about what I did, or just, the trials of what I've had with it. I'll be saying all the part names and stuff like that. If that's something that you want to know about, just stay tuned for this video and I will show and give as much information as I can about it. But I did want to say I appreciate the 300 subscribers that I do have, and I appreciate you guys' support. Sorry I haven't been able to upload more videos. Before I get into that video, I wanted to talk about a few other things, but if you just want to see what's on the attachments, just go ahead and skip to that. It'll probably be in a couple minutes. A few things I wanted to mention. I'm actually having to send this in because because the charging handle has been flying out while I'm shooting, maybe like 10 rounds in or something. A round retainer clip that is on the inside that is not, it's either poked out too far, or it's not fluid to where I can push it in to eject the rounds. Also, when I'm inserting rounds, it gets, every time it hits that clip, which I don't think it's supposed to do that. It definitely makes it not smooth. That's why I swapped out the follower and the feeding clip, or the loading ramp, whatever you call it. That's why I swapped that out, because I was having problems with that. Hoped it would fix it. It didn't. That's, I guess, a problem on my part, but if they get that fixed or see what's wrong with it, it should run smoother than before. So a few things I wanted to share I've been learning. Just some, small gun etiquette stuff, or stuff I would recommend doing. I would highly recommend starting to camouflage. You get some type of camouflage for your area. Just don't go with black. I went with black a lot, and unless you're doing night only, you're not going to blend in, even in the nighttime. Unless you're in a shadow, you're kind of still not going to blend in well. So if you're in an urban environment only, or if you're doing only dark, shadow work, or, late night work, it might be okay. But I've recently been trying to transition to multicams or greens, green tan. As you can see here, been going with some tan, green, that type of combination, or clothing, if you can't get it in multicam. Just some type of at least for me, multicam works for me. Or if you're out in the desert, multicam or red or something, yellow, some tan, some stuff like that, to get you kind of camouflaged a little bit. If you don't like the camo, I would do something. I would just recommend something other than black. Some greens, maybe greens. If you're in urban, you can do gray, but stuff like that. Just a mistake I kind of made, or I've been trying to transition away from, is doing that, and how important camouflaging is. Just not being seen, not sticking out. But like I said, Ranger green and tan, they're not necessarily a camo. They might help you blend better, but multicam's a better camo, so I try and mix it like I did here, some yellows, some tans. Another thing, torquing, Loctiting, and marking, as you can see. Let's see. Right there, that blue mark, marking your torque, so you can see if your screw spun out, or if it's getting loose. That's not important right there, but on optics and stuff, torquing is really important. You can damage optics, but also just knowing that your screws aren't loose, or they didn't come loose over time, that helps as well. Torquing is important, just so you don't damage something. I did a review on the Vortex torque driver, the screw torque driver. That's a really nice option. You can get cheaper ones, but I'd recommend stuff like that as well. But I'll just go ahead and name the parts, and then I'll go into more detail later if you're just looking for the parts. This is a Trex arm sling. We have a Taran Tactical Benelli M4 safety, a Taran Tactical Benelli M4 bolt release. We have a Aimpoint Micro T2 on a Scalarworks Sync 1 mount. Over here we have a 2-round shot shell or round match saver. I couldn't find the name of this. I was looking for it, but I can't find the manufacturer. I can't even find them online anymore. So if you do some digging, you might be able to find them. That is mounted on a Magpul mlok mount. I have some BCM mlok rail covers, or handguard covers. This is a Trex Arms sling keeper. This is a BCM vertical or angled grip. I have a Modlite PLH V2 flashlight. This is one of the Surefire tail caps that allow for the switch and the button. I can't remember the name right off the top of my head, but it's a Surefire tail cap. This is a 100 Concepts light cap and shock collar. We have a Arasaka inline mlok scout mount. Flip to the other side here. And we have a Unity mlok hot button. It's, yep. We have on the bottom, that's a BCM mlok QD adapter. So it allows me to stick my QD in there. We have the QD that came with the gun. And this is a Grim Hunter tactical shotgun card. And then underneath of it is a S-Tax Velcro and adhesive Velcro patch. So that is all I have on here currently. But go ahead and get into it. Oops. And then also I have a Taran Tactical Accuguide, the load ramp, and a Aridus Industries 12 gauge follower. That green right there. So I'll just start at the end, talk about some of the upgrades you can do or what I did. For this stock, I wouldn't say this is necessary at all, the adjustable stock. This one came on the T Pro model. Wouldn't say it's needed at all. Fixed stock is fine. It actually requires less work if you're having to pull it in and out from, you know, wherever you had it stored. But if you're having some length of pull issues, then I can understand why you might want that. But the only reason you might really need it is length of pull or issues, or if you're trying to compact it, fit it into a bag or something. I have my Trex arms sling mounted just in the rear of the stock. I like these a lot. These are probably my favorite slings. There's not a lot of parts on them. There's just 3 parts. So actually there's 4 parts, sorry. 1, 2, 3, and then the back piece here. But I like these a lot. There's a small pad right here. And then you have your adjustable throw right here. It's just a loop. So these are my favorite slings so far. Trex Arms makes a lot of good stuff. I would recommend checking them out. They make tons of good products, or have a lot of good products in stock. But yeah, just comfy pad, great sling, works real smooth, not super expensive, not a bunch of moving parts. Only thing some people might not like is the plastic, and it's not metal, so it's not like really tough, but I don't care about that. It's not a big deal for me. Next thing is the Taran Tactical Safety right there. It's a lot more thick than the stock safety that's on there. The stock is just kind of thin, so it's a little easier to hit with your finger. If you're say like that, I can bump it easier. Not a big deal, just something I wanted, that was cool, I wanted to throw on there. But if you are going to get this, make sure to get a roll pin punch first. It was extremely difficult to get out without one, so get a roll pin punch before you get that. Another thing that I mentioned earlier about the camouflaging, I should have got this and this in green. Green's good for my environment, but I wasn't thinking about camouflage then, which I should have, but or trying to camouflage. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily matter unless if you're gonna spray paint the gun or something, then it won't matter. And for a shotgun, it doesn't necessarily matter as much either. But if you were to take this outside, you know, and you're out and about, then people will see this gun. If, like, say you're camouflaged but your gun's not, they'll see this gun no problem because it's just black and it sticks out. But yeah, I should have got these two in a green or at least a tan. But yeah, so also the Taran Tactical bolt release, you can't really see the symbol on it because it is flat black, but this is a lot bigger than the stock was. I like it too. It's real easy to hit, nice. It was a quick and easy install. Notice I have that marked right there to know if my if my screw's coming loose, and then I always Loctite stuff because especially on a 12 gauge, I mean, your stuff will just be rattling loose, coming loose, no problem. But that's a real easy, nice upgrade. That's a solid, something real easy to hit. I also have the Taran Tactical Accuguide. This is, in my opinion, better than the stock. Your fingers won't get caught on it as easy because the stock came in like a tooth or something. So there was a chip out of the middle, so if you had gloves on or something, your finger can maybe get caught right there. I like this better too. It feels a little nicer, but just a small upgrade. This is the Taran Tactical Accuguide, and then I also have the Aridus Industry 12 gauge shotgun follower. This is the nicest one I found on when I was looking for a different one, because I was having some problems loading, which it turns out it's not due to the follower or the ramp, but this is the nicest one I found on there, and it's supposed to be the most fluid with their design on when getting shot shells in. But yeah, that retainer clip right there, every time I go to load that, it hits that. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that, but it definitely clips on stuff, and it's not a smooth load, or as smooth as I would like it. So yeah, and then my charging handle, I'm having to send it in because that thing pops out, so I have to send it in and get that looked at. But this is another upgrade you could do. You could change out the charging handle. The stock ones are fine. This one's big and easy to get, but the ones on the regular M4s, they're a little bit smaller, so you can maybe do it. But if you do swap it out, I would get something like that where it's conish, because when you go to get your finger on there, it's a nice pocket for it. But that is that's that. We also have let's see here, the Aimpoint Micro T2 red dot. Is a great red dot. You have to be careful putting red dots on shotguns, because some stuff won't handle the recoil and the blast of the shotgun, and then you'll end up having a broken optic. So if it were me, I would only put this Aimpoint on there, a EOTech or a Trijicon RMR. Those are the only ones I'd be comfortable with, and would say that they could last on here without breaking. But this is a great red dot. Great battery life, really durable, really rugged. It's just a great optic. But there's two little caps on it, nothing major. These are great for rifle lights too. I have them on 2 of my rifles, so they are great, amazing red dots. My favorite so far for how small it is. But it's a really small, compact red dot. And then right under it, I have the Scalarworks Sync 1 mount that it's mounted to. So that's Scalarworks makes really light mounts. They also make really durable mounts, but this mount allows me to still co-witness. For whatever reason it would break, my optic would go down or not work, I could still co-witness through the iron sights. So let's see if I can. Yeah, I won't be able to get a shot for it, but I'll still be able to co-witness through there. And also this optic is very bright too, so it works well in daytime. But that's a really nice mount for it. There's some other ones that are okay, but one thing I do want to say about this shotgun, with it loaded, this thing is extremely heavy. I wouldn't necessarily want to be trying to hold a corner with this for a very long time. Would probably be at low ready, and not just, posted up with this, because this is, it's an easy 15 pounds, I'm guessing, 10, 15 pounds, yeah, I'd say easy 15 pounds. And then loaded, I don't know, but it is very heavy. And I do hit the gym. I'm a smaller guy, but I do go to the gym and I do work out. So yeah, it's still heavy. And having the problems with the charging handle and the retainer clip, it really pisses me off, spending $2,000 on a gun, and then you're having problems with it, especially something so combat proven as this. I'm not sure if it's because it's the new model or what's going on. I bought it new, or maybe getting it from Botac, but I contacted Botac and they said that we receive our stuff directly new from the manufacturer. So I don't know if it was getting it from them, or because it's a new model and it has kinks or what, but it's really setting me back. I'm gonna have to take all this off when I send it in, or most of it off, which is ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna have to remount it all. But we will move down. This is a 2-round shot shell, or 2-round match saver, or shot shell holder on this side. I like it a lot. The only thing I don't like about it is it's not mlok, so it has to be pushed out farther, because I have to have it on an mlok picatinny mount. So this is picatinny, so I have to have it on that type of mount. But the thing I like about it the most are these beads right here on the bottom. They're the retainer. It kind of helps to retain the shell, while other stuff, there's nothing there, it just slides in. So I do like that retainer. I do like how it's it does add weight for sure, but I can't remember who made this. You have to look on the web and try and find out. I tried looking, but I can't find it. I have it mounted, as you can see, it's mounted right there, and I have it marked as well. It's mounted. I have it mounted on a Magpul 5-slot mlok Picatinny rail. The 5-slot is perfect for this because it's the same width, so I like that a lot. But I wouldn't say it's needed at all. You'll be fine. You could be fine with, you know, something like just a shot card on this side. But if you need a quick reload, or, you know, before you load up your tube, you can just pass one back. So if I'm here, I can just pass one back, hit the bolt release, and then start loading from the other side. So that's kind of what I like about that. It's a quick into here, or you can just throw it up and under, however. Not needed by any means, but does add some weight. If you go down, we have the BCM. These are just like polymer or plastic BCM mlok rail covers. I like these a lot. There are rubber ones, but the rubber can kind of get hung up on your clothes or whatnot. But I like these. But they can peel out, so that's something I'm not super keen on. But I've been running these for a long time, haven't had problems. They do make some mlok rail cover, mlok like screw rail covers that will hook in underneath, so those won't come out. So that's probably a more durable option. They come in, you know, that like 6-inch section. So I have them mounted there, and then 3 over here. I had to cut it out because this, but I like them a lot. It's just not needed, but just covers if there's some heat coming off here. It'll kind of give your hand a little bit of a, you know, protection. This is my favorite grip, vertical grip by far, or it's angled. I know I'll probably get some crap for this, but it is at a slight angle. It's not 90-degree off the hand guard, so technically it's an angled grip, even though BCM classifies it as vertical. It is angled because it's not a 90-degree angle right here. There is a slight curve to it. I don't know why people mount this with the angle going backwards. It makes most sense for the angle to swoop forward, because then it creates a pocket right for it, and it's not going to slip off because it's angled towards your hand. But this, I love this grip because I can get a nice C-clamp, and, you know, you just take your hand, slap it in there, you get a nice rock solid clamp. I love this. Best one. I wish they had it in metal or something, maybe something similar with a little bit more durable design, but it's whatever. They work fine. This is a Trex arm sling keeper. I just tuck my sling in there when it's wrapped up, and then I can pull it out when I need to. But Trex arms, they send 2 of these with the sling, so you'll get the sling and then 2 of those. One thing I forgot to mention on this is mlok as well, so it just mounts under here. It's hollow, but it's a great. I'd highly recommend that. I love that. All right, on to here for the let's closer look for it. This is a Mod Light PLHV2. I'm really starting to like this light a lot more. I just bought 2 handheld versions of this because it's a great middle. So you know, trying to figure out what candelas or lumens you need, this is a good middle. It has 54,000 candelas and 1350 lumens. So for something like this, a close range self-defense shotgun, I wouldn't need all the candelas. I'd probably only need like 20,000 candelas, or, you know, somewhere around there, 25, 30. But the next step down would be like a Surefire or something, and it would probably drop me down to like 10,000 or like 20,000 candelas. And I was like, man, that I don't really want to lose necessarily all those candelas for no reason. But I like this light a lot. It's a good middle because it has a wide spread to it, and it's just a bright light, but it has a good hot spot on it as well too. So you can't go wrong with these. But just and then the next step up, if I were to go up, I just don't need any more candelas, because if I'm using it indoors, I don't want to blind myself trying to use it indoors or bouncing light off the wall, stuff like that. It's just not needed. So this is a great in between, and Mod Light, super durable. I'd say it's Surefire, Mod Light, and then, you know, maybe Cloud Defensive or something like that. But Mod Light, I love their stuff. Surefire makes really good stuff too, but can't go wrong with this. I got this at Primary Arms. You can get them at Mod Light too, but I got it at Primary Arms. This is the 18650 version, so it's the bigger 18650 batteries. It's dual fuel as well, which is nice, but I got this at Primary Arms because they had the green version. I prefer green if I can, but whatever. This is a Surefire tail cap. I don't remember what exactly one it is, but if you look up Surefire tail cap, you'll be able to see what it is, or find it. it has take this off. It has a bottom or a, sorry, it has a, let's see if I can show you. There's a button right there back at the bottom, and it has, you know, it's protected too, so that's nice. If you can see, which that's not going to show you anything, but there's still a button there if it fails, and then I have my switch plugged into it. So I did the switch because this light is out too far, which I wanted it out that far, but I did the switch because my hand wouldn't be able to reach that. So I needed that switch there on that other side. Otherwise, I would say always if you can, just use a push end instead of a pressure pad, because of NDs and stuff like that, and it's just an extra part that could go wrong. But I wanted the light out farther so there's not shadow going that way, which is why, I'm sorry I forgot to mention this earlier, this is a Briley 3-gun mlok handguard, but that's why I got this, and I'll come back to that in a second. I passed it, but yeah, Mod Light grade light. This is a 100 Concepts flashlight cap. I like it for negligent discharge, or not negligent discharge, for accidental ADs, not NDs, my dumbass, for accidental discharge. But also when I'm shooting, this will keep my my flashlight clear, and it won't build up carbon. So eventually it'll build up so much carbon that your light will be decreased because there's stuff all over it. So that's why I like it too. But this is the shock collar, and it allows me to keep this on here but still be able to change my batteries. How it comes normally is it just will weave back to itself through the mount without this piece, and it'll just go through there. But then you'd have to take off this to be able to change your batteries. So I didn't really like that, but this yeah, this will just screw off. So that's kind of a nice addition. Now I did have this on my AR, and it blew off because the flash hider was blowing all that fire off, and it blew off. So it doesn't work for everything, but I like it when I can. You just hit this up like that, and then it'll pop off. So that's a nice addition. On the bottom, we have an Arisaka inline mount, mlok Arisaka inline scout mount, and this is an FDE. That's in a Tanner FDE, but this was able to let me get my mount out farther. Now, technically you're not supposed to have it mounted like this. This isn't supposed to overhang like that, but I don't give a fuck about that. It's supposed to, you know, just sit flat on the rail, but I'm gonna use it like that, and then if it fails, whatever, I'll put it back on the mlok. But so far it's been holding up. So Arisaka, also great light mounts. They're actually the only light mounts I have chosen to get because they just top notch, amazing quality. They make good stuff too, really good offset mlok mounts. I really like their mounts that they have. But I'll talk about the Briley now. This is the Briley 3-gun mlok handguard. I swapped it out for the stock one, which did have some Picatinny adapters I could use, but this is I'd say it's about the same weight, maybe a little lighter than the other one, but it helped me get my light out farther. That's the main reason. And if you can see, it's just right there. If I take this off, it's just right before, which is perfect. So it'll help me get my light out farther, which is why I wanted this. And for this, if I wanted to save weight, I could just go to the 350 version, and it'd just be a little smaller, but it'd save me some weight. But I like this a lot. I like mlok better too, because, you know, you can do stuff like this. And your attachments will sit more flush than Picatinny. Picatinny is also heavier too, but yeah, I really like the mlok. It's nice and slick. If you do get this, you're gonna have to buy some metal washers or like spring washers from Freedom Fighter Tactical that go inside there, because this does not come with the washers you need to keep it retained and not to shake. So there's 3 washers in there from Freedom Fighter Tactical. I believe it's you can check my other video on the Briley video. It'll say what washers you need in the description, I believe, or on the install of this. It says it there. I think it's 100,001, 100,002, and 100,019 or something like that. But some different washers for that to make that not shake. It is pretty difficult to get on, but overall I think it's worth it. The only downside to it is, let's see, yeah, you can see that flexing right there, which I don't like, but that's, I guess, the trade-off of an open top. I wish they would have had, you know, could have done something with that, you know, a connector piece or something. But it's still pretty durable. Like I said, I don't plan beating somebody over the head with it. I think some people, some stuff is a lot more durable than, you know, some certain civilians need. But I like this a lot, so I would recommend this if you want to spend the $380 for that and the washers. But we're ready to go to the other side. So we have the Unity. This is the Unity. I'll show you here. Unity makes amazing stuff too. This is the Unity mlok hot button. Got it in green or some type of green. It is momentary. Oops, it's covered. It's momentary and constant on. If you're gonna get a tape switch or something, I prefer just one button instead of two. I know Cloud Defensive has two, which is stupid, in my opinion. I don't know why you need two buttons, but make sure you get where you can just do momentary with a little press and then constant on, because most of the time, I mean, if you're shooting, like I said, I can just get my hand in there and I might just light somebody up for a second, and then you just light them up for a second and then take it off. You're not going to just walk around with it on the whole time. And it's also doesn't make that noise if you click it in. But this is amazing. I really like this. Their hot buttons they've been pushing out with the inverted, because it just feels really natural. And when I'm not using it, I can do that or something like this, and then I can just go here, turn it on. So that's a really nice hot button right there. But that's the Unity hot button. We have the sling keeper over here. Like I said, I would just put a piece of my sling in there, not that side, but just put a piece in there like that, and then I would just pull it away when I need to use it. This is the QD that came with the gun. I like QDs just because you can pop it off real quick if you need to, but I also needed a way to attach it to this. So I have a BCM mlok QD adapter. These are probably my favorite QD adapters. Magpul makes them too, but they're nice and slick. And notice I mounted it down lower because of that flexing of the top, so I wanted it down on a more stable part of the weapon. So I use that. But yeah, that's a really nice upgrade you could do. If I would, like I said, I'd highly recommend a sling. You're going to need something to keep it to your body. Trying to hold it, or if you have to do something else, you don't want to set your gun down, you still want it on your person. So a sling is 100% needed. I would say level of importance are your optics, which iron sights are already on there. You don't really need this. It just makes it easier to shoot. I can shoot with two eyes open, have better situational awareness. So your optics. Then I would say either a sling or the flashlight go next, because you need to be able to identify your target, so you don't, you know, shoot grandma down the hall by accident, you know, light her up with be like, oops, that was grandma, you know what I'm saying? You need to be able to identify your target. So light is very important. Sling to keep it to your body. Those are pretty close together. You can decide which is more important. Also too, you do want a light that's durable, because I don't know if it could withstand the blast of this either. So that's pretty important. Probably not. I wouldn't necessarily recommend O-light. I know people like O-light, but I would do Streamlight before O-light. And I'm not sure if theirs could even handle the blast. But this is a Grim Hunter Tactical shotgun card. It's a 8-piece, so if I were to, I'd be able to ghost load. This is a 7+1, so I could ghost load. I could throw the one in from over here, and then put 8 in there if I had time, then be able to ghost load it. Or I could just throw in 8 just from this, and not worry about the ghost load. But yeah, Grim Hunter Tactical. I ordered these, and he was in the middle of moving his shop, I guess, and he took forever to get them to me, like a month or something. So hopefully his turnaround rate is faster. It comes with a little pull tab here, so you can just pull that up. just like that. Just pull that off. I cut out a little notch right there, but it's pretty good. I haven't grown to be a huge fan of these because of the retention. Now, I like to keep my rounds in the shot inside here when it's, you know, sitting somewhere being stored. So maybe that wears these out over time and they get loose, but I've been shooting before and I've had my rounds fall out or fly out even in the upward position. Don't put it in you can't put it in the downward position with these because they'll fall out, but even in the upward position, they've fallen out on me. So I don't know if it's because I was storing it in here or and they're not meant for that. I know this elastic will get loose over time, so maybe don't store it in there, or you could just have to rotate them out. This was like $23 or something, like, or 20 bucks. I think it was $20 for the green. Another thing too, these loops are kind of small. I talked to him and he said he could make like 3/4 or 1 inch loop or 1 inch wide loops to get more of a retention on the shell. So he can do that. I haven't ordered any more from him, but because of the falling out issue, I think I'm going to try, I might try the Airdus Industry. There's a 6-rounder. Now that's the downside. You're losing 2 rounds, but it's a 6-rounder. It's a QD, like there's a little latch and it'll pop out. But it has retention. It has like a metal spring in here that retains the shell. So you can actually have one downwards, or I could run them all downwards, which would be easier for reloading. Sorry guys, I'm really tired. But you could have them pointed downwards, so it'd be a lot easier to reload. But I think I might try those out just because it'll retain the shell better. The problem with that though, this might get covered up in that process, so that's not very good. Unless, which it would be nice if it's pretty skinny, like maybe it's only that thick, which would be good, or you know, who knows. But yeah, I might try that out. That is another option. STAC also makes some different, or they make some shotgun shell cards, but this is very important too. You need some way to reload your ammo, so I would say this is up there as well for level of importance. Everything else, not really. Like I said, the things I mentioned, but this I would definitely recommend some type of reloading device to be able to reload. That Airdus Industry is looking pretty good. It is kind of expensive, but you can run them in mag pouches. You can run these in mag pouches as well too, or just on whatever. This is a STAC like 3M type Velcro adhesive. You can get this type of stuff on Amazon as well. I was looking at some on now that's kind of annoying too, because see how that's loose, which it's fine because the rest is on there. But you can get this stuff on Amazon as well and just cut you a strip. It's some 3M adhesive, hook and loop or something like that. But I had bought some STAC shotgun cards and they came with these, so I just put these on here because it matched the length. You're gonna want like 2 inches by 7 inches. But STAC might sell these. I like STAC. They make a good amount of stuff too. But I didn't do anything to the trigger. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this gun. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't been able to get to more stuff. I have, oh my goodness, I have a ton of cool stuff and just good information to help and put out that I wish I could do to help you guys, and just with decisions on stuff and stuff that took me, you know, days to find or days to come to a good decision, because who likes wasting money like this? Like I might not end up using this, so you know, just wasted 20 bucks, or you know, who's trying to waste some money when you get something and then you're like, oh man, this sucks, you know. So that's kind of why I'm trying to help give some information, some close-ups, what works, what doesn't, my opinions on stuff. But you know, unfortunately I don't do this for a full-time job, so like it's not like I can spend tons of time on this. You know, I wish I was Grand Thumb, but you know, we all dream, right? So but yeah, like I said, I'll try to get more information out. I've been getting a lot of new products in that are definitely worthy of some information and some, you know, videos, even just simple stuff I've been wanting to put out. But I appreciate you guys for the support and for staying true to me, and you know, the comments, you know, all that. So if you have any comments on this or anything I did, feel free to comment in the comment section. I'll make sure to get back to you. I usually get back with you in a day or less, so I'll let you know about, you know, whatever question you have or whatnot. But if you guys could like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that. You know, that'd be my dream if I could be doing stuff like this full time, but unfortunately that's not right now, so I haven't been able to put a lot of stuff out. But yeah, if you could like and subscribe, I'd appreciate the support, and I hope you guys are all having a good day. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you, and God bless. Go ahead and comment down below if you have any questions. Thanks.